Today is supposed to be Indian Independence Day. We shall have very informal discussions, talks and all that. India never became independent because India as a country was never dependent. No place, no country, no place in this world is ever under control of everybody. Very nicely, one Sanskrit verse says, very nicely, Mother Earth always smiles because nobody controls the Mother Earth. Whether you are an emperor, you are a king, you are a despot, you can be just anybody. Mother Earth always smiles that nobody can ever own me, possess me, occupy me forever. She is eternally free. And whoever are fighting over the earth, they never possess me, they come under me. The king dies, the emperor dies, everybody. Nobody, that is a, please see that, friends, this concept of freedom, independence. If just because the earth is free, are you free? Just because the country is free, are you free? Space is free, are you free? The water, the fire, all the elements are free. Even the mountains, oceans, deserts, please see that, friends. They have no sense of freedom, neither they have any sense of bondage. Nothing. Whereas we, as human beings, ask yourself, are you free? You will have two types of answers. One set of people shall say, how can I be free when my country is under political rule? Or how can I be free when my children are young? How can I be free? My husband is like that, wife is like that, my neighbors are like that. How can I be free? So many things are there. How can I be free? How can I be happy? Meaning you are putting a heavy condition. For me to be free, everybody should be free, everything should be taken care of. Or for me to be happy, everybody should be taken care of. And then the very rich man, he says, a person who is educated, informed, knowledgeable, ignorant and arrogant. I am free. I don't depend on anybody. Think of it. I don't depend on anybody. I have my own bank balance. I have my own palace. I have my own people. I have my own transport. I am free. This person is the most ridiculous one because he doesn't understand when he says, I have my own bank balance, own vehicle, own people, own car, everything. He doesn't understand. He is depending on so many things. Because if you are free because your bank balance is there, if the bank balance is gone. I am free because I have many people or many cars or vehicles. How can you be free? Because simple things are depending on things, nobody has become independent. Simple idea. By depending on something, you cannot be independent. So there shall be people, poor, he is bound. Rich also, who is fully bound by so many things. Then there is a person who is a philosopher. He is a total renunciate, has gone away from the kingdoms, all these things, ownership of things, and sitting down quietly, I am free. Why? Because I am always in meditation. I contemplate on these ideas, contemplate on that ideas, contemplate on truth. Again if these people are bound by the gross object, you are tied down with the subtle thoughts. Some people are searching for freedom outside. Some people are searching for freedom inside. Those people who are searching for freedom or happiness outside are extrovert, and the person who is searching for happiness or freedom inside is an introvert. Searching he is. Just think of that, friends. Can anybody say I'm independent? For you to say I'm independent, you should not be dependent on anything. You can't say, I am independent because I have my own money. Money is not yours. I am independent because my body is healthy. The body will not be healthy all the time. Even the body will not stay there for all the time. I am independent because I have my own business. Business empires will collapse. Or a person says, I have nothing to look after. I am a totally austere person. I have gone out into the isolation. So you are dependent upon isolation. You are dependent on isolation. You can't live in a place. Tomorrow your little cave will be flooded by the water, or somebody takes away, occupies your place and throws you out. Please understand, friends. If your freedom comes from an idea that I am austere, I am a renunciate, you are dependent on an idealistic ideal. One person is very proud, I am the governor of the state. Other person is very proud, I am a renunciate. Who is better? You are depending on two ideas. So find out, friends, ask yourself, are you really free? You observe yourself. You must see that. You observe yourself. You look inside. Why do you feel you are free? Oh, I don't depend on people. You don't depend on 8 billion people, but you do depend on your husband, your wife, your child, your friend, whoever it is. Yes, then you are not free. Are you free? Yes. Why? The moment a reason comes up, friends, you are not a free person. My mind is free from thought. You shall be continuously frightened of any thought arriving there. No conditions apply. Freedom means absolutely no conditions apply. Please don't try to prove your freedom to somebody. You challenge yourself, ask yourself, am I free? Is there anything I am dependent upon? If it goes away, what will happen to me? Do you have that type of fear? If my body is going today, oh, God knows when the death will come. Or the people are treacherous, people are bad, stupid. If you have these type of ideas, you are frightened of a thought, frightened of a condition, continuously waiting that this should happen, then I will be happy. This should not happen, then I will be happy. Please ask that question to yourself. If your happiness, your freedom depends on a condition, outside or inside, then you shall be miserable. You are bound by your thought, bound by your ideals, bound by your practices, bound by your beliefs, bound by something or other. Then how can I be free? Let us see the world. Very interesting, friends. That because before coming to class, I was thinking, all the things are there. Always we are discussing beautiful Upanishads, Gita. So they are all excellent. Upanishads, Gita, they are all excellent books. Because you don't depend on those ideas. There the teacher teaches you that you must listen so that you need not listen. You use your thoughts so that you don't have to use your thoughts. You argue it out so that you don't have to argue. You use words, you use logic so that you don't depend on the words or the logic. But who you are is not the product of a logic, not the product of a word, for the product of a description. You are something independent of everything. Is it really true? Yes, sir. Let us see in this world. Look at this. Please be like a child. Play a game. Just play a game. Look at this world outside. Try to find out something which is really free. You shall see one thing which is really free. Space. Space all over. You cannot remove the space from anywhere. Nobody can touch it, nobody can pollute it, nobody can negate it. Always there. Rest of it are not free. Air is not everywhere in this world. The fire will come to an end, raging fire. Everywhere not visible. Limited. Water, somewhere it is there, somewhere it is not there. The earth, in one place. Between the planets, empty space. Think of it. There is one thing which remains all over in this physical universe is Mahakasha, the space, all-pervasive. And the Akasa is known as Akasa because Avakasa Dhatrutvat Akasa. It provides shelter for everybody. All that is existing in space are limited, but the space itself, nothing limits it. Just starting the point, example please. This is about the outside world. Now you have got a physical body. Listen friends, we have got, each one of us have got a physical body. The body by itself has no sense of limitation. The body has no sense of bondage. Deho na janati, body does not know. Deho hamiti, deho na bhakti, the body does not say, I am the body. Then who is in trouble? As when your deha doesn't say, I am not the body, deho hamiti, deho na bhakti. The body doesn't say, I am the body. The body has no sense of, I am living, I am dying, I am walking, I am swimming. Body has no sense of bondage, no sense of freedom, nothing. Not only your little physical body, but every little form, whether this you call this flower, this plant, this statue, the photos, anything, have no sense of it. No sense of bondage anywhere. So the whole world outside, please think friends, whole creation outside, the gross, physical, tangible, perceptible universe has no sense of bondage. Only human being. The human being can say, I am free or I am bound. And that happens not at the level of the body, but at the level of the thoughts. This is the peculiarity of the human being. Grab it. This is the peculiarity of the human being. Thinking, please, thinking. That is why people who don't think, they are like animals. A child is like a pashu. Paswadi Vishya Visheshat, like pashu, is like a pashu. The child and Valavat Unmatta Bachcha, like the wise man moves like a child and Unmatta, like a insane person who doesn't know anything whatsoever. Like a Pashu. Pashus have no problem, animals, because Pashyati, he sees, experiences, but doesn't learn from experience, nothing. No conflict for the animals. In a human being, only one thing you have got to do. One idea, a thought. Can we please see that, please? What is the residence of thought? Please find the residence of the thought. The whole physical universe, nowhere there is a residence for a thought. Outside space. Wow. Part of the entire macrocosmic universe. Billions of stars, mountains, rivers, oceans, living, non-living things. But there is no space for the residence, for a thought's residence. There is no thought anywhere in the world outside. That is why there is no problem anywhere outside. Do you understand that point? Do you really understand that point? When you are sleeping, everything remains in a potential state. There is no problem. No thought. A sleeping man has no problem. Dead man, of course, has no problem. A living body without a thought has no problem. And if you look at it, friends, so don't therefore say, thoughts are problem. No. Thoughts are a picture. This flower is not a problem. Please. This flower is not a problem. Neither the thought of it is a problem. The thought is a picture of the flower. My eyes see the flower. True to the perception, thought takes place. If object is not a problem, the thought of the flower is not a problem. There is a thought. But the moment you talk about the thought, you are not talking about the external universe. You are talking about your personal universe within. And in that universe, just like outside universe, please friends, I am going to introduce a beautiful word which you know, but in the context. If in the outside universe, you have got the free Mahakasha, the all expansive space, the moment you go into the realm of thought, the thoughts are having their residence in Chidakasa, in consciousness space. Don't just listen to that word. Recognize. In the Mahakasa, elemental space, if elements are existing, and it's a condition, unconditional place, space, intangible, imperceptible, in your subtle realm of thought, like a thought, is a picture of an object, but the thoughts cannot be seen by your eyes. Your thoughts cannot be heard by your ears. Your thought cannot be tasted by your tongue smelt by your nose, grasped by your hand. Subtle thought. The subtle thought has the residence in what? Chidakasa. Consciousness. Flower disappears, mountain disappears, water evaporates, breeze stops, space continues. Exactly that way within. All your thoughts can disappear. Let the thought be of sounds, touches, taste, smells, sights. Whatever may be the memories. The thoughts are playing sustained. In consciousness, in Chidakasa. That is why Upanishad will say so beautifully, Pratibodha viditam matam. Bodham bodham pratividitam. Listen, friends. Because don't ever think that is very, very difficult. Mudiyade, nonsense. It's like telling very difficult to reach space, difficult to reach space. Your body is always in space. What is this difficulty now? Bodham bodham pratit. Every thought suspended, surrounded, appearing, disappearing. What? In what? Consciousness. Has no limitation. Two things in this universe has no limitation. Mahakasha, the space which is all-pervasive, which is outside, we are living in it, tangible in a sense it is, you feel it, you are existing in space. Accommodates everything, Akasha. Your thoughts are not accommodated in space outside. Your thoughts are the pictures of the objects. Sensations, understand. You hear a sound, thought is created. Touch something, thought is created. Taste something, thought is created. Smell something, thought is created. All your interactions, the thoughts are created. And those thoughts which can't be seen, heard, tasted, touched, smelt, what is their residence? If I say, look at your thought, will you look outside? Will you look for a sound outside? If I say, look at your thought, there is an eyes opening and looking at it. Your eye of the eyes, chakshu sa chakshu. Consciousness, in whose presence every thought is known. Which is srotrasya srotram, with the ear of the ear. Manaso manoyate, thought of the thought. Always there. Thoughts are there. Because the thoughts are there, therefore the consciousness is not there. Because there is consciousness, the thoughts happen in it. Unconscious things, where do you see the thought in the object? A living body is needed, that is why living body, your thought, your sense organs, your brain, your mind, everything is there. All these things are there. In this instrument, that is a physical body, is something a fantastic instrument in which you shall see the possibility of the finite and infinity, limited and limitless, mortality and immortality. Both can be recognized in the human physical body, in no other body. What a fantastic thing, to be blessed with a body. Imagine for the people, instead of seeing this total freedom, independence, we shall see that in themselves and helping others to see that, what are they doing? I'm fighting over a land, fighting over a country, colonizing a country, conquering a country, subjugating a country, and then subjugated, conquered, killed for generation to generations. Human beings are disaster. You kill me, I kill you. You hit me, I hit you. You destroy me, I destroy you. What type of people? Manushya rupena mrugacharanti. In the form of a human being, animals roaming. In fact, don't tell man as an animal and insult the animal. Animals don't do that. They don't colonize, they don't destroy. They don't deliberately torture. Torturing is a human aberration. Torturing, tormenting. Psychologically you torture people, psychologically you torment people. Your voices, your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, what a sad instrument is this? You have converted this beautiful, flawless existence into so many flaws. Please see how it is. Akasha. We call the outside Akasha. Sanskrit words are out of the universe. Friends, it's just Ishvara. What to say? You grasp it, you enjoy it. You don't grasp it, you suffer it. People will not. The world doesn't bother about it. Akasha. The Akasha, the word outside means Avakasa Datrutvat Akasha, which shelters. Shelters everything. Avakasha. It gives shelter. It gives accommodation to everything. Thereby Akasha. Whereas the Akasha inside, that is for the thoughts, the residence of the thought, the residence of the object is Akasha. The residence of the thought is Chidakasha, not this element Akasha, Mahakasha. Now that Mahakasha, Chidakasha, we call it Akasha, but it has two meanings. Shankara will say that, traditions will say that, Upanishads will declare it. It's so beautiful. Just because they say that, therefore it is not truth. Because it is truth, the book talks about it. That is why in this tradition, no book is authority, no person is authority, nobody is authority. Authority is, it is Swam Mahimni Rajati, existing in its own glory. That is why the teaching, when we listen to the great teachers like this, Swamiji, and the whole tradition of it. How did he know? His teacher, it is Susruma Purvesha. No wise teacher, no teacher who is really understand the truth shall ever say, I say so. Then there is no I say so. This is what it is. It is Susruma Purvesham. This is how we have heard. Nobody takes the credit. Because friends, for the existence of anything, anybody can take a credit. Oh, science taking credit, scientists are taking credit. Don't destroy them as sort of professionals. Nobody can take a credit for anything. If you are a sensible individual, you cannot take credit for anything. Can you take credit for the earth to move? Can you take credit for the sun to shine? Can you take a credit for your own body? Can you take credit for your breathing? Think. Can you take credit for your heart pumping? Can you take credit for your circulation? You can only take credit for being angry, hateful, jealous and stupid. But that is not normal. Thoughts are not normal in the creation. Your thoughts, your memories have residence in consciousness, in yourself. Listen, friends. You can't take credit for anything because the possibility for everything is already existing in the universe. So if the Upanishads say, the Guru says, that you are free, it is not because they say so. It is because it is free, they talk about it. Book is not authority, person is not authority. Why there is a country called India? Geography book talks about it. Are you crazy? Why there is the power of the gravity, gravitational force? Because some person discovered it. Person discovered, did not create. And the thing is existing not because, please, you only discover places. You don't create the place, countries and continents, stars and planets. You are exploring, discovering. The discovering is your limitation because you are idiot, you are ignorant, you didn't know it. Now you seem to know it. Previously you are proud of ignorance. How does it matter if I don't know? Now you are proud of your knowledge. I know so many things. Both were stupid. If you understand, friends, you shall make such a beautiful thing out of you. You will be like a cotton. Absolutely flawless, absolutely light. Because the heaviness that you carry because of your pride, your arrogance, either of the ignorance or of the so-called little information, that kills you every moment. So these thoughts, friends, where is their residence? Surely not the universe outside in which the body is an inseparable part. Is the land of consciousness, Akasha. And that Akasha has two meanings there. Just like the world Akasha outside, Avakasa Dhatrutva, which accommodates everything. Consciousness also, Akasha, accommodates all the thoughts, everything. Also, we shall see this thought, not only the thoughts, sense organ, body and the Mahakasa. We shall see that. Everything it involves. How? Because another meaning of Akasha there is Asamantat Kashyate iti Akasha. Asamantat Kashyate. That which is shining in its own glory. Shining, illumining. The space outside accommodates but doesn't illumine. Mahakasa. Chidakasa. Just like your own akasa, just like a space, we are all, please friends, just like we are all moving in space. We are not carrying our space, but we are moving in space. Wherever you go, you are moving in consciousness, carrying your own consciousness, meaning all the time eternally a part of it. There is nothing called a personal space, neither there is a personal consciousness. Wherever you go, with the physical body, wherever you go, consciousness is there. Physical body is here. Thoughts are moving. Yatra yatra mano yati, tatra tatra samadhaya. How beautiful. Wherever the thoughts move, but whenever even a thought arises, it arises in you, samadhi, pure consciousness, ever the same. Samadhi is not something to be invoked. People go there and look at some wall, 10 days, 20 days, dig a hole, do Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. That is where it has become so misleading. Shastra is so, Upanishads are just out of this universe, friend. That is why the gurus, those who recognize that, see the reality, that is why Acharya, Acharati iti Acharya, one who lives that understanding, Lives. You see that I am all-pervasive, all-inclusive, everybody is all-pervasive, everybody is all-inclusive. I am free, everybody is free, there is nothing special about me. There is nothing special about anything, friends. Roles can have specialities, understand? This body can be very special. It can be child, it can be young, it can be adult, it can be old, it can be healthy, it can be sick, it can dance, it can swim, it can climb, functions or activities are very, very special. In activities there is nothing special. Sounds can be exotic sounds. Sound of the waterfall, sound of the music, sound of the bamboo reed like a flute or any instrument, drums and million sounds. How many varieties of silence, friends? Mortality is exotic. Every moment changing, every moment dying, every moment transformed. Exotic sights, exotic forms. What is exotic about formless space? Exotic emotions. What is exotic about consciousness? Think, friends. And your mind, wherever your thoughts move, it moves in samadhi. The trouble is, the individual, if you understand yourself, the consciousness, who you are, no problem. But there one thought comes, I comes up. I think, I see, I hear. That's I thought. The I thought also, where does it reside? On your nose? Inside your stomach? Or in the right side of the heart? What is the right side of the heart now? Mystical languages. Why is it? Who has done it? So that's the right side of the heart. What type of thing is that? A thought is a thought. It stays in you, in consciousness. Two thoughts are there, I thought and other thoughts. That is why that word in Sanskrit is so beautiful, Hrudaya Granthi. Hrudayam. Hrudayam is Hrit Ayam. Ayam Atma. That which is this, never subject to that. Hrit, Manas. Different types of thoughts are there. Together, where they exist, that there is thought is not a problem. I am thinking is a problem. That there is body is not a problem. That there is a thought of a body is not a problem. That there is a thought of I is not a problem. If the body thought reminds you of the body outside, the I thought should remind you of the truth inside, in which it is existing, in whose presence you see it. But the thought, I am the body, it has brought two things together. The self and all that is identified, all that is. See, there is that Rut and Ayam. The words are so beautiful, but it can be little, the Rut means what? If you say Rut, which is innermost consciousness, I am this. Or I am Atma. Sab Rut, you say mind. It doesn't matter. Both. What happens? The combination is there. The meaning of the word I is not a thought. The meaning of the word body, thought body, is outside. Two things are come together. Consciousness is there, body is there. Listen, when you say, I am the body, I bring two things together. The immortality of the self and the mortality of the body come together in that thought. Like in the Shastra gives beautiful example. Agni dahati. Aya pindavate. Like the red hot iron ball. In an iron ball is round. You say, Ayo dahati, the iron ball burns. Iron ball cannot burn because this is iron. There is fire in that. So the round fire. So the fire has given heat to the iron ball. Iron ball has given shape to the fire. Exactly the same way, by the word I, consciousness, immortality. By word the body, it is mortal body. When you say, I am the body, the mortality of the body is imposed upon the I, the immortality of the self is imposed upon the body. That is why nobody believes that he is going to die. Or the fellow believes, I am dying. You stuck to that idea of I am the body and you think you are dying. But because the truth is, you are immortal, you can't believe that you are dying. So the wisdom is, when the teacher, what does he point out? Reveals I as the I, body as the body, and thereafter choice is yours. Be the immortal, live with the mortality, play with the role. Absolutely free, independent. If you don't understand that, only the problem comes. This bondage, where does it come? Hrudaya Granthi. Avidya, Kama, Karma, those are all big things. You shall see that nut of the heart. Where is that? In a thought only. Are you getting that point? Because if you are like very beautifully in Lalita Sahasranam, what they say that? Antar Mukha Samaharadhya Bahir Mukha Sudurlava. Oh mother, you are Bahir Mukha Sudurlava. The person who is extroverted, Rumba Kashta, the fellow will never get it because he is searching for things which is not there. Bahirmukha Sudurlava. If it is looking for outside, which is not there, what are you looking for outside there? Antarmukha Samaradhya. In Antarmukha, the person who is within, one who is looking inside. Looking inside means what? Not looking inside. Being an introvert, understanding that in that consciousness, where is the problem in consciousness? Please understand, friends. What is the problem in the world? With a human physical living body, only problems comes. Rain comes, this comes, that comes. Who is afraid? Not the body, human body. Your body is needed for you to be afraid. Same thing when you close your eyes, the I thought is needed. Without your I thought, you cannot have a problem. That is why this I develops a sense of dependence, searching for independence. But once you see the I as the I, the truth as myself, who you are, the meaning of the word I, and object as the object, there is no problem. It is absolutely free. Like Swamiji gives that beautiful example, everybody, those who have listened to Swamiji must have seen that. See this, you see this cloth now? And I am doing a knot. Okay? This is a knot. Right. Can you open it? Everybody will open it. Is there anybody who can say no? Anybody can open it. Now please see, this knot is there. I say, can you open it? You say, yes. That means what? You have opened it in your head. Because you have opened it in your head, even though it looks like a knot outside, it is open. Now choice is yours, either to enjoy the knot or open the knot. If you can open the knot, you can make the knot again also. Enough freedom, sir. You open the knot, I am the body. Open the knot, body is body, I the I. Create the knots to live your life. You understand? Whose thought is a problem? And whose I is a problem? Consciousness is never a problem. Earth is never a problem. Are you getting that point, please? Until you release it, no guru can do for you too. Or a Krishna could have to touch him with his feather or with the conch. Arjuna should have been enlightened. 17, 18 chapters you are teaching him for what? Because you have to do it. Each person has to do it. Friends, please appreciate. You have got a driver. Suppose the fellow doesn't do the job. What do? Change the driver. You have got a cook. The person doesn't cook well. What do? Change the cook. If you have a machine builder, he doesn't do the job, change the builder. You can change everything, right? If your confusion in your head, what shall you do? Change the head? Who shall change? Thought should change, or you should change who is confusing the thought? But just like people, they change the car, change the house, change a wife, change a husband, change a land, change citizenship outside, they are changing from one thought to another thought to another thought to another thought. This is known as intellectual understanding. One belief to another belief, one thought to another thought. Who is jumping from thought to thought? One thought, I thought. So one laughing thought, I am laughing. Another miserable thought, I am miserable. So why this change of mood? Because the I is intact, kept intact. I thought. You can't, you changing your, are you getting that point, please? You have to change your mind. You have to change your own thinking. You have to do it. Somebody can help you. Krishna can give him the understanding. But when he asked Arjuna, did you understand a little? What Arjuna says? Nashta moha smriti labdha. Oh Lord, my delusion is gone. Smriti labdha. Now I get back the memory of myself. As though I have forgotten myself. Now I know always there and I am still looking for it. Oh, yo. Karishya vachanam tab. I shall do whatever you say. Because in the moment of gratitude, you shall promise the whole world. I shall do anything and everything. Bhagavan knows it. What does it say? Etad asheshena vimrushya. You go, think it over well. Yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. Which ultimately the person will do that. You will do what you want to do. You shall never listen to anybody. But your action has a beautiful fragrance now. Why? Because previously it was individuality with a particular role it was functioning, therefore dependent, lost, bound, vandha. But now you are free with yourself. You can do, you need not do. Choice is yours. That is why when you come and spend time in this learning, ask yourself two things, sir. Did I understand? No. So until I understand, I shall be with the teacher. Did you understand? Yes. What shall I do? You choose. Okay, you do this. You do. I don't like this. Don't do. Choice is yours. But if you do not understand and take responsibilities in life, you shall be miserable. You shall be miserable. Not only you will be miserable, you make everybody else also miserable. So the first, staying in ashram doesn't solve the problem. Living with a teacher also doesn't solve the problem. A person must think for himself. So if you are living with the teacher, ask the teacher again. See, I don't understand. Can you please tell me? Can you please tell me? Hell, ask him, challenge it. Ask for it. I don't understand what you are talking. Arjuna goes on asking, no. You are telling somebody that you are punar yogam ta samsaji. You are praising the yoga, praising the knowledge, praising the karma, praising everything. How can you say this is also good, that is also good? Tadeka vadam nischitya yena shreyam apnuyam. Tell me just for one. This is where comes, until the doubts are gone. That I jigyasu. Jigyasu means avagati, that gyan dhatu with san pratyaya means avagati paryandam. Until you know the truth, you challenge, you stay with the teacher. Go on questioning. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. Hey Arjuna, know this pariprasna. Question, question, question. If you don't understand, ask. Don't pretend to understand. The trouble is people pretend to understand. When you pretend to understand, you will suffer and you make everybody suffer. Because you pretend to understand. And you become a sharp, double-edged weapon. How? If I say, the consciousness is everywhere, they shall say, but sir, Swamiji, body is here, you know. Oh, okay, the body is here, but you say Atma is immortal. Now what nonsense are you talking? If you talk about the problem, you are referring to solution. If I talk to the solution, you are referring to the problem. How can you talk to these people? Both standpoints are fantastic. Infinity is beautiful. And since infinity has touched every finite is beautiful. Since immortality is beautiful, everything that is mortal also is beautiful. Why? First thing, I am never lost. I am immortal, ever existing. So enjoy the changes. Sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moon setting, now youth, now old age, now starving, now food, now luxury, now penury. It doesn't matter. Because you are absolutely free within yourself. But the person who goes into shifting from one side to another side, now angry, now nice, now smiling, now nice, it is pretentiousness, absolute pretentiousness. Only you can see for yourself whether you are pretending or you really know it. When you are pretending, very soon your reality, mask will be taken away. In some situation will come, you get so wild, so angry, you get so depressed, so affected, your wisdom goes through that. Please understand. This is real freedom. Freedom means the conflict is to be or not to be. Hamletian human conflict. Shall I do this? Shall I not do this? If I do this trouble, don't do this trouble. Shall I give? Shall I not give? Shall I swim? Shall I not swim? Shall I dress? Shall I not dress? Shall I study? Shall I not study? Shall I give up? Shall I indulge? This is conflict. Ask yourself, do you have a conflict inside you? If you have a hint of a conflict, you better expose yourself to this knowledge again and think over it again. Because once you are aware of it, if the human conflict is to be or not to be, the human wisdom is, when you understand this reality, to be and not to be. To be and not to be. Rende unnada. Both are fine. Shall I be rich or shall I be poor? Poverty, that's also fine. Rich, that's also fine. How can both be fine? Because I am fine. Are you getting that point, please? Because I am fine, everything is fine. But when if poverty makes me fine, renunciation makes me fine, austerity makes me fine, I shall go on giving harsh commentary on the riches, indulgence and achievement. Because I am a failure, I am stupid, I have nothing. So whoever has got everything, capital is stupid, like that. So I am a communist. Or a person who is austere. And the person who is indulgent, he shall be afraid of austerity. Conditions. Independence, freedom, friend, is not a condition. Freedom means what? To free, to be and not to be. A person one day told me, with that example, I shall finish it up. Is a person, Swamiji, I say, why are you smoking? You are a 20-year-old fellow. What is your problem, boy? Why are you smoking? Swamiji, I am not smoking. I am just free to smoke. I say, really? Beautiful. That's fantastic. All right, stop for 7 days and come back. Because I was very friendly with the person. So stop for 7 days and come back. And first he took me seriously. Second day he phones up, Swamiji, mudiyade. Difficult. I say, what happened? Can I smoke? I said, no. You said 7 days, no? Stay 7 days. You say you are smoking, no. If you are smoking, you can drop it, no? But the smokers, what will say? It's a free country. We are free to smoke. You are free to smoke, you are bound to smoking. A person is free to smoke. Free means choosing to smoke as well as not to smoke. Are you getting that? You are free means what? You can do, you need not do. But here the person wants the, what they call as the perverted people. Freedom means, why cannot you smoke? Sir, Vendicle, I respect your, why you cannot smoke. But my question is, why you must smoke? If you must smoke, compulsive, are you free to smoke or you are bound to smoking? Free means no conditions apply. That is why Bhagavan says, hey Arjuna, yatha ichhasi, tatha guru. As you wish, you do it. You can't go to say, I am giving you freedom, but you should do this, you do this, do this. What type of freedom with conditions? Huh? Unconditional. And friend, that is the what? This is the ultimate individual freedom. No, when people are, ordinarily, when you are politically bound, there is a war of independence everywhere around the world. Sad, unhappy, miserable people come and colonize, they come and destroy. Then these people are free nicely, but now that they are colonized, they don't know how to be free, they start fighting back. So world continues, understand. So until you are politically free, you don't feel comfortable because somebody is controlling your movement. You don't like it. You should go there, apartheid and all that stuff. Nobody will like it. Suppose you fight it out. Appa, you are politically free. Then suddenly you discover you are politically free, but now you are economically also bound. You are economically poor. You did not remember that when you are struggling for political freedom, you did not look much after your economical freedom. So once you are politically free, you give yourself to economical, financial freedom. Work, produce, industrialization, mechanization, making money. Suddenly you discover you are politically free, economically also free. Listen carefully. Economically also free, but socially not free. These social conditions are there. You should not marry in this country, you marry this caste or this family, that family. Boys are superior, girls are inferior, girls are superior, boys are superior, inferior. White is superior, black is superior, black superiority, white supremacy, black supremacy, white supremacy, red, green, yellow, social conditions. Oh, that becomes your bondage. So you want to be socially free. When a social says there should be no racism, there should be no color blindness, there no such stuff things should be there, you change it all. Yes, you did. It is a lot of fight because people are enjoying certain confidence, certain privileges because of the color of the body or because of the family in which you are born. Caste nonsense. So then what happens is you want to say no caste, no race, none of these things are there. Fine. So socially everything is free. Now, listen. That is why in these so-called advanced countries, political freedom is there, economical freedom is there, social freedom is also there. Social freedom is what? Just take a very simple example. I can marry whomsoever I want. So the person wants, I can marry a man or a woman. You are a man, but you can marry a man or a woman. Now he wants freedom now. Listen. I can believe. I can sing, I can dance, I can smoke. Why can't I smoke? The fellow one demands the right. Now please friends, socially suppose you are free, financially you are free, economically, you're politically you are free, individually you are not yet free. Understand that point. Because individual now demanding this social freedom, this political freedom, this economical freedom, this press freedom, are you getting that point, please? Individual, in your own little empire, you are fighting with everybody. Why can't I do this? Who do you think you are? Who are you to prevent me from talking this? Who are you to prevent me by writing this? Who are you to prevent me by dressing like this? Who are you to prevent me from me marrying me whomsoever I like? What are you looking for? You got political freedom, but still you are not free. Financial freedom, still not free. Social freedom, still not free. Why? Individually you are bound. 1,000 roles inside. So whatever you want to do, now you demand your freedom. I want to smoke, I must smoke. Boy, that will kill you and kill others. I don't care. Like a Nazi, Germany, that boy, Hitler. Free. Aryan. Jews, 6 million Jews are wiped out. How many people killed, sir? Who killed it? For his freedom, he killed 6 million people. 6 million people have to defend their freedom. What a headache! So you are not free yet. When the individual is not free inside, he shall mess up the political stability, social stability, financial stability. He shall mess up everything. You can be richer than the richest. Economically, you shall be destroying yourself. Politically, you destroy yourself because you are getting that point. Socially, you shall destroy everybody because you are not a free person. But once you are a free person, it doesn't mean permissive. See, are you getting that point? Suppose a drug addict says, why can't I smoke? Permissive fellow shall say, why can't I do whatever I like? I feel like killing somebody, I will kill somebody. I want to touch somebody, so I will touch somebody. I will destroy somebody. That is not freedom. Freedom means to do as well as not to do. You are as much free to do, that much free not to do. Suppose it inconveniences many people, and you not do it. If it helps everybody, I shall do it. Suppose it doesn't have to be done, not to be done. When you don't do anything, you don't feel compulsive, you don't feel you are denying something. When you are doing something, that is not your happiness is not by doing something, your happiness is not also by not doing something. You are free, you are happy to do as well as not to do. To live as well as not to live. As much happy to be alive, that much happy for the body to come to an end. Totally freedom. Can we celebrate that freedom? Self-knowledge. Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita. Amazing things. Such a thing, the Guru. Where do you get it, friends? It's all over there. But ask yourself, if you spend time with such a master, ask yourself, did I see this exactly as it is? No, you are pretending to be a person who has got this information. So just to repeat Sanskrit, it doesn't make you a wise man. Just to repeat the verses, it doesn't make you a wise person. You don't know anything. There are many traditions in every country, every continent, in our own India, so many places, so many villages. There are so many wise people. They may not know a word of Sanskrit. They may not know a word of Tamil. They may know any language. But they are all wise people. Why? They don't know, they only know themselves. Finished. They don't know many languages. So what? Truth is not a language. Truth is beyond language. It's not a logic. It's not a word. You use the word to go beyond the words. You use the logic to go beyond the logic. You can use it, but you don't depend on it. Absolutely independent and free. So real freedom, independence, if you want to celebrate, that is right. Lucky our Swami was born on 15th August, Independence Day, in a relative terms, and he shared the absolute freedom with a lot of people. Lucky to be at his feet and to be born into this tradition. Enjoy these friends, be nice, be kind to yourself, understand it. If you don't understand, don't create confusion for yourself and anybody, especially in this type of atmosphere. If you don't understand, go to the teacher. Can I understand? Or you are not satisfied with the teacher, go somewhere. But pick it up. Don't waste your time. Life is too short for that. Too short for these pretensions, pretending. Understand it. Because it's so very, very simple also. You close your eyes, it is there. Don't close also, it is there. Remember Mahakasha. Here, Chidakasha. within, without. That which is accommodates everything, including the space outside, also illumines everything. Consciousness never can be out. Absolutely free. Close your eyes. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Okay, so nice. Thank you. Take your